Hello and welcome to another episode of What's On at Blackwood Miners. My name's Craig.
I'm Eloise.
And I'm still Lacey.
So we have a brilliant family show to celebrate 50 years of the book's publication, which is an adaptation of Michael Forman's Dinosaurs and All That Rubbish. Adapted and produced by Roostabout Theatre, a brilliant company from Bristol who have been to Blackwood Miners before. And their work is always really silly, really great fun, and really brilliant, particularly for children who are aged 3 to 6. So Dinosaurs and All That Rubbish is a show about dinosaurs and the environment, what's not to love. One small step for man, one giant pile of rubbish left behind. Man's dream to reach the stars leaves the world in ruins and disturbs the sleeping dinosaurs. Will they wake up and save planet Earth? If that sounds like something you'd be into, then come along on Tuesday the 1st of November, which is in half term, at 2 o'clock. Prices are £11 for a standard ticket, £9 concessions, or a £32 family ticket, which is for 2 adults and 2 children. It's about 60 minutes long. And suitable for anybody aged 3 plus, and it should be an absolutely great time.
Next up, we've got Discover Your Past Lives, which is an evening with author Barbara Erskine and Tony Ray, who is a past life regressionist. So that's going to be on Thursday, the 3rd of November. So this is a completely unique experience from the Blackwood Miners. You're not going to be able to see this anywhere else. We're bringing together 2 amazing people. So Barbara and Tony are going to be coming down to do 3 different things with us. We're going to start off, we're going to have a discussion where you, the audience, get to ask questions all about past lives. Following the discussion, Tony will then be doing a live event where he will be inviting members of the audience up onto the stage to relive some of their past lives. So you'll be invited up and maybe you can find out who you were in a previous life. And after that, Barbara then will be in our lower bar to have a chat and sign some books. So you get to go down and meet her. Prices there are $18.50. The age range there is 15 plus, so nobody under the age of 15 due to the content. So again, that's going to be on Thursday the 3rd of November. Doors open at 7 o'clock for a start time of 7:30. And like I said, it's a complete unique experience. You're not going to find this anywhere else. It's only at Blackwood Miners.
Then on Saturday the 5th of November at 7:30 p.m. we have Supreme Queen, who are one of the most brilliant Queen tribute bands in the world with one of the most recognisable voices, starring Scott Malley. And that is £27, and it's really popular and selling really well already. So if you want tickets for that, I'd recommend getting in there now. But Scott has got a brilliant voice and a really close visual resemblance to Freddie as well, and a lot of the charisma and charm of Freddie as well, I have to say. And who doesn't love Queen, to be honest? It's going to be a great evening. It's going to be lots of fun. So bring your friends, bring your family, and book soon because it is selling quickly.
And like I said, I've listened to some of the stuff that he's put out as well, and he does sound, really close to the actual Freddie Mercury. So
I've only ever heard massive praises from people who've gone and seen him live as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say, does Lacey know much about Queen?
I mean, there's only so much I can be ignorant about, You can't have lived on this earth and not have heard of Queen.
We've then got another tribute act with 7 Wonders, the Spirit of Fleetwood Mac, and that's going to be on Friday the 18th of November. So the 7 Wonders will bring you, it's going to be a bunch of musicians and vocalists from Wales who got together and decided to pool their vast experience and skills to create the mother of all Fleetwood Mac tribute act. Like they do say in the programme, that's a lofty statement, but I've heard nothing but good things about Fleetwood Mac or the Spirit of Fleetwood Mac. I've never really listened to much Fleetwood Mac in my time. I don't know that many Fleetwood Mac songs, I've got to be honest. I probably do know them, but this is something like I've heard it and not realised that's Fleetwood Mac.
The most famous one is The Chain, which is most people would know as the Formula One entry music. Ding, 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 ding.
I do know that. I don't know it's from Formula One, no. I'm not big on my sports either. I did like the one she did. Have you ever watched American Horror Story?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And they had Stevie Nicks.
Season 3, yeah.
Yeah, and she did that. It might be the 7 Wonders. Is that in the song?
Yeah, it was
Seven
7
Wonders.
Wonders.
Yeah, I like that. That was quite good. So if you're a massive Fleetwood Mac fan, definitely pop along to that. Tickets are £20 and 75 pence. And again, that's on Friday the 18th of November. Doors open at 7 o'clock for a start of 7:30.
And after that, we have one of my favourite things, which is audio plays. And that's Miracle on 34th Street. Getting you into the mood for Christmas at nearly 21st of November at 7:30. So the holiday season is in full swing when New York's main department store hires an old man off the street to appear as their own Santa Claus. He says his name is Kris Kringle, but all is not as it seems. I didn't actually know this was based off of a movie, so I was there like...
Two movies.
So I was there wondering, like, what is this show about? I was like, this is so mysterious.
A movie in the 50s and a movie in the 90s, and they both end slightly differently. I gotta be honest, I prefer the original.
Yeah, me too.
The way it ends.
Well, we don't know how this one will end at least, but I think you get a good idea of what sort of thing it'll be. But it'll be very imaginative. They're going to paint a beautiful picture of Christmas time. Like, there'll be all sort of sound effects and everything. I'm looking forward to it, I am. And we also thankfully have an interpreter for this one, which is Aunt Evans, which is fantastic. And the ticket prices will be £13 for standard and £11 for concession.
And what's really exciting about a live radio play is that you'll get to see all the inner workings of how these things are produced and made. So you'll be part of the experience, which is really unique.
I love seeing them just like scramble around trying to get all the soundboards and stuff. It's really great.
A bit like me trying to set this up. Yeah. And we promise it'll be better than this as well. There'll be more energy. There'll be more thought behind it as well. And I think they'll be a little bit more prepared than we are as well.
I couldn't imagine.
Anything's better prepared than me at the moment. Right. On Thursday the 24th of November then, we have the Standards Trio. This is a brand new band. It's just been put together. Musicians from the Ultimate Classic Rock Show. So if you came to see the Ultimate Classic Rock Show back in May, you would have seen these fantastic musicians playing there. So they've just kind of decided to get together, start a band, and they wanted to start off with the best theatre in town, which is Blackwood Miners. So that's going to be Gareth Kedwood on the keyboard, Rhys Roberts on drums, and Robin Haynes on the bass. They're also going to be joined by one of the UK's premier swing/jazz singers, Jeff Hopper. So tickets there will be £7.75 for standard, £6.75 for concessions, and again that's on Thursday the 24th of November. Doors open at 7:30 for a start of 8 o'clock.
Then on Friday the 25th of November we have Cardiff Philharmonic Orchestra returning to Blackwood Miners Institute for their annual concert, and they are doing a night at the movies. That's Friday the 25th of November at 7:30 p.m. They are going to do a popular presentation of great music from cinema. So this year's selection includes music from Star Wars, James Bond, Jurassic World, Mission Impossible, and many, many more. But it's a great night out for all of the family, and it will be introduced and conducted by Michael Bell, MBE. And I'm sure for all of you who've seen Cardiff Philharmonic Orchestra before, you don't need me to tell you how brilliant they are. So just get down here, come along, put yourselves in the Christmas spirit. That's £15 standard ticket, £13 concessions, and then £45 for a family. And this is a dementia-friendly concert as well, so anybody is welcome.
I know that, like, everyone who went any previous years, like, they've all been like, oh, I can't wait for it to come again. And that's why it's been selling out so quickly, I think.
There's nothing better than a full band playing some amazing songs from films.
Oh, I know. It, like, really echoes throughout the whole building as well. Like,
movie themes. Come on, what's your favourite movie themes?
My favourite movie theme? I mean, the soundtrack that stands out the most for me is definitely Lord of the Rings, the Howard Shore music.
I've got that on the CD in the car. Whenever we go on a long trip, I always play the dun, 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 because we're off on a journey.
And I have forgotten every movie I've ever watched. Wow, it's all gone.
I really like the music in Only Murders in the Building, which is not a movie, but it's a new TV show on Disney+.
Oh my god, I'm watching that right now. Yeah,
starring Steve Martin and Martin Short, and the theme for that is really good. I don't know who composed it, but
You've got some really good composers out there at the moment. My favourite composer at the moment is a guy called Ramin Djawadi. I think I'm getting his name wrong. He did a lot of the music for Game of Thrones.
yeah.
But he does... Have you ever watched Westworld?
Yeah.
He does the opening for that, but it's an orchestrated version of Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana.
Oh, okay.
And it's so... it just gives you chills. Let me listen to her. Listen to her. It's really... It's lush.
Roshni is after that. It's Saturday the 26th of November at 7:30 p.m. again, nice and consistent. Roshni is a beautifully intimate crafting of dance and live music, transporting and uplifting the audience on a journey of joy. This soul-stirring performance is a captivating combination of Kathak. I believe that's a classical Indian dance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dance and live music from a global palette of lands, featuring kaval and violin, led by bold rhythms of tabla percussion. From what I've heard, it's absolutely stunning. Like, the music is beautiful and live, and they're like dancing along as well, because it's just so contagious, and she's dancing her heart out as well. It is a stunning performance. It is £15 for standard and £12 for concession, and this one's dementia friendly as well.
The colours as well. I just love the costumes.
I know, they are stunning, and I believe even the name of the show means something like light.
Yeah, I mean, Sonia Sabri Company are very well known within the dance world, and their work is always really, really beautiful and high quality and very rooted in folk stories from India, which are really relatable to everyone. So even if you don't know a lot about those stories, there's something that you will have experienced in your own life, and I think that's what makes it so beautiful to watch. I kind of think about Kathak as almost the sort of dance form of poetry. So it kind of reminds me of spoken word storytelling, where they're really telling a story through the movement, and I think that's what's so special about it.
It'll definitely uplift your spirits for sure.
Then on Friday the 4th of November, we have got our second comedy night of the year, featuring Jared Christmas, Lindsay Santoro, and the brilliant James Cook, who's the one who curates all of our comedy nights. So that's a really special treat for any of you who can come along on the 4th of November. It's £12.75 in advance or £14.75 on the door. Our comedy nights are really informal, really great fun. They happen downstairs in our lower bar, so you can get up and help yourself to drinks throughout the evening. Please be kind to the comedians because they're testing stuff out. They are all extremely funny. Bring your friends and just enjoy yourselves. But we're really excited about having comedy nights back at Blackwood Miners, and looking forward to seeing some old faces back in the building.
So that's 16 plus as well. So don't bring anyone under the age of 16, just in case. You can probably imagine the kind of things that are going to come out of some of these comedians' mouths. And the other thing is, I would recommend booking those as soon as, because these are selling really fast. I definitely recommend to book your tickets well in advance of that to save yourself from disappointment.
Plus to save yourself £2.
And save yourself £2.
And we've got one every month. So if you can't get onto the next one, then you can always book for the following month.
And hot off the press, we have Blackwood Musical Theatre Society presents West End to Broadway, which will be on Friday the 11th of November. So this is going to be a fantastic evening of musical marvels with solos and choruses from Miss Saigon, Rent, Wicked and much, much more, with special guests St Albans Roman Catholic High School from Pontypool. So that is going to be, again, on Friday the 11th of November. Doors open at 7 o'clock for a start of 7:30. Tickets will be £10 standard and £6 concessions. I thought, as this is actually Lacey's last podcast recording, I wanted to put you on the spot. I say, what are your good memories of the last 6 months of being in Blackwood Miners, of shows, of people, of things that you've done?
Tons. Like, I don't think I've really met a bad person, which is like fantastic for 6 months' time as well. Oh my goodness. Shows, like I said, when I first got here, I think I've said it before, was Morgan and West's show, their science show, and that always stood out to me. Like, the poster was stunning. I remember the kids being like really excited. That was fantastic. I loved Planet Play as well. I definitely love the shows where like there's a bunch of children, they're all really excited because that is just so contagious.
Well, like I said, because obviously Lacey's been with us for 6 months on a kickstart, which is a bit like having an apprentice. Not like a sorcerer's apprentice. I didn't teach you any kind of magic or anything, but hopefully you've learned from the magic of the theatre.
I think I have a bigger love for theatre, definitely.
My life's goal is complete.
So I just want to say thank you, obviously, for all your hard work in supporting with the marketing and being a part of the team for the last 6 months. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So how can people get in touch with us? Lacey?
You can phone us on 01495 227206 to book any shows or to talk to our box office team, and they can tell you about anything that's happening. You can visit us online at www.blackwoodminersinstitute.com, and you can send us mail at Blackwood Miners Institute, High Street, Blackwood, NP12 1BB.
Very vintage.
Yeah, send us mail, please. Send us mail.
No one will send us mail, I don't think. We're never going to get any mail.
If I keep begging, someone will send us mail eventually.
Well, I'll do. I'll cut that out, and after every episode, it'll just be Lacey going, please send us mail. We've also got an email address, bmi@gaffili.gov.uk. Or you can just pop in, have a chat. Why not? Pull up a chair, have a natter. I mean, Alison and Sam normally they'd have a bit of a chat too, or give me a shout if I'm not rushing around the building. Well, thank you all for listening. As always, this podcast is available on Spotify, Anchor, and Google Podcasts. Coming soon will be Amazon Music, Apple Music, and something else I completely forget. So thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.